Well, I've got Jim here today and Wash is hiding. We'll have to go and find him in a minute, but this is supposed to be a little update on Wash and his diabetes, and he really doesn't want to play. He's a little bit snuffly and he is on some antibiotics, and we'll just have to see how he goes on that. We might have to change the antibiotics. But Jim is relatively healthy. He did have a little bit of a sniffle the other week, but he seems to have recovered from that okay. Hello, Jim. Jim. He's just exploring, just plodding on. He's becoming a lot more affectionate. He's getting used to having cuddles. Jim was always a rat that just used to sit next to us on the sofa, and he never really liked being cuddled that much. But, you know, now that we don't have our other cuddly boys, and look at them here, stuck in the corner, in the spare room, in amongst all the rubbish. You boys, you're being so silly. What are you doing, little Wash man? He's done so well with his diabetes. It's been really hard work, especially the first couple of months, trying to stabilise him. But thanks to our vet, who's very knowledgeable on rats and diabetes in rats, we have got him stabilised on the glibazide tablets. He has 1/16 of a tablet twice a day, which is crushed up in food. He's done so well. He's put on over 100 grams in the last couple of months, so he's no longer looking like a skinny little rat, and he's now looking quite big again. So he's doing really well, and you know, he's still having regular checkups, and we'll just have to see how he goes. He's being monitored for kidney problems and all sorts of different things, but his sugar is down to virtually nothing, which is really great because we can now give him some extra treats. Now, there is a worry with diabetes. If he was on insulin and his sugar was as low as it is now, we'd be very worried that he would go into a coma, and we would have to increase or decrease his insulin. But it's very rare for a rat on the tablet form of treatment, which isn't actually insulin. It's very rare for them to go into a coma, but obviously we monitor Wash very, very carefully. And at the moment he's doing really well, so we've been able to increase the treats. We've also mixing the Burns, the dog food for the overweight dogs. We're decreasing that and putting some of his ordinary food back in very slowly, so he can now have some of his nuggets, his normal rat nuggets, and the science selective rat mixed in, just to give him some variety, because it must be very boring. I don't think they particularly like the Burns dog food, but it was good for overweight rats. As you can see, for a big rat, he's pretty agile still. He can twist and turn. He lives up to his name, although, as some of you know, he wasn't called Wash because he's always washing. It was because we used to watch Firefly and Serenity, and there's a character in there called Wash who we really liked. So that's our little update on our diabetic rats. So if your rat is diagnosed with diabetes, you will have to do lots of testing. We prefer not to do blood testing, but we do urine testing. The first month or so is very difficult trying to stabilise them, but we've done remarkably well. Very pleased with him. It is hard work, but you can treat a rat without having to inject them and traumatise them with injections and blood testing. So find yourself a good vet, and you know, if you have any problems, I suggest you look up the use of glibazide in diabetes for rats on the internet, and provide that information to your vet. And yeah, good luck if you do have one. It's been such a worrying and hard working time, but we just keep an eye on Wash. If he seems unwell at all, we will get a urine sample from him, or we will consult our vet. But he's doing really, really well.